There were many changes in agriculture that led to the urbanization in the time period from 1750 to the 1900s. The most relevant change that occurred was the technology change. New inventions were created that increased the production of crops. Those inventions include the garden hoe, animal-drawn plows, and the cotton gin.
Another change that occurred was the techniques that were used. New methods were created to make it easier to produce more. These methods include drill planting, horse hoeing, crop rotation, irrigation, and more. All of these changes in agriculture led to urbanization. What was once just land turned into a city with a population of people.
Urbanization is the act or fact of urbanizing or taking on the characteristics of a city. Many people immigrated from rural areas where they worked as farmers to cities as the economy began to decline and growing crops no longer brought in enough revenue to support a family. People moved to cities in search of jobs, money, and better living conditions. With more city-dwelling people came more demand for innovation and technological advances. This need led to industrialization in the cities. Industrialization is a development of industry on an extensive scale. Inventions such as factories, the steam engine, the cotton gin, the telegraph, and the transatlantic cable were created due to industrialization.
Society changed quickly and significantly during industrialization. Four major areas of society that changed are technology, urbanization, social structure, and changes in the life of the working class. New technologies were introduced that changed the way production happened. Many new inventions quickened textile production. Significant inventions during the industrialization period included the steam engine, steam-powered locomotives, wind-powered ships, and the telegraph. Urbanization was also an effect of industrialization. Cities grew in both size and population as industry grew. As new factories opened jobs, more and more people came to the city. This all happened very fast, which led to poor sanitation and security. Eventually, this problem was recognized and changes began. Industrialization also brought change to the social structure. The middle working class became known as the bourgeoisie. The children of the lower classes had to work in order for their families to afford to live.
The globalizing process of industrialization systematically changed the way states interacted. Industrialized nations employed colonialism as a way to pool vast resources to fuel the factories in Europe. Global powers in the British Empire used economic and political influence to impose mercantilism on colonial subjects, which included India, holdings in East Africa, and Australia. Less powerful states benefited from the expansion of global powers through increased commerce, as seen in the relationship between the Britain and Russians. Ultimately, those fortunate enough to be nuclei for industrial growth, the United States, Britain, and Germany, as well as nearby nations within spheres of influence, accumulated immense wealth, while peripheral peoples in far-off places would continue to be oppressed and exploited for centuries.